ஹலோ காய்ஸ், பிரீத்தி அவர்களே சொல்லுங்கள், என்ன நடந்துச்சு? நீங்கள் நல்லா கவர் பண்ணுவீங்க.
I want to bring in Rajdeep Sardesai, consulting editor, who's with us right now.
Rajdeep Sardesai, நீங்களுமா?
Rajdeep, indeed a tragic day for cricket. It was to be a celebration. See what's it turned out to be?
Terrible. And just what you don't want to see. I mean, this was an occasion that Bengaluru was going to celebrate after 18 years of not getting the IPL title, and look at what it's turned out to be. I think it demands serious questions of the organizers, of the government, of the police, of the entire administration. There has to be accountability. Without politicizing it, there has to be accountability. It's not about asking for a chief minister to resign. It's about fixing some kind of responsibility and accountability, Preeti. The fact is there is gross negligence here, because the manner in which, if reports are true that there was this drain where the slab broke and people then suddenly panicked, clearly shows that the KSEA stadium, the Chinnaswamy stadium, looks wonderful from inside, but just outside gate number 5, you have a temporary slab which ends up in a drain below. I mean, I was just speaking to DK Shivkumar on the phone. He's at a hospital at the moment. But DK Shivkumar, frankly, should have immediately acted and called off the celebrations. I mean, you can't celebrate when this has taken place. Now, they are claiming we shortened the celebrations.
சீசன் புரியல இவங்களுக்கு. ஸ்டாம்பீட் நடந்துச்சு, லைஃப் லாஸ் ஆகப்பட்டது. டிகே சிவகுமார் கிளம்பி போயிட்டார், ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் பார்க்க போயிட்டாரு. என்னடா உயிரிழப்புன்றாங்க, சீரியஸ்ன்றாங்க. செலிப்ரேஷன் நடந்துட்டு இருக்காங்க guys. 4 minutes சொல்கிறாங்களா, அவங்க நிறுத்த சொன்னா நிறுத்தலை, குறைச்சிட்டோம், செலிப்ரேஷனே மொத்தமாக குறைச்சிட்டோன்னு பேசிக்கிட்டு இருந்திருக்காங்க. யாரா நீங்கள்?
At a hospital at the moment. But DK Shivkumar, frankly, should have immediately acted and called off the celebrations. I mean, you can't celebrate when this has taken place. Now, they are claiming we shortened the celebrations. Either way, if the information had gone out that there was a stampede and several people had died, the first thing you do is cancel the celebrations. I think that's the very least you could have done. Now, you've got to fix accountability. Apart from, of course, ensuring that the families of the victims are empathized with, sympathized, given all the support they need. But this is extremely tragic, Preeti, and it's not an isolated instance. In the last 1 year, Delhi rail stampede in a small state like Goa, which resulted again in several people losing their lives. We saw the terrible tragedy at the Kumbh. I mean, what does this say, Preeti, about our abilities to manage large crowds? I mean, the gates, I've been to the Chinnaswamy, the gates are very narrow. This is the reality. The gate number 5 where this has happened, these are all very narrow gates, not just Chinnaswamy, across Indian stadiums. I mean, these stadiums are in a way death traps if they're going to have these large crowds coming in with very little control. The police get outnumbered. One of the scenes that I'm seeing is a couple of policemen virtually outnumbered by hundreds of fans rushing through that gate, and then those poor policemen are desperately trying to pull the people out. I mean, the police also find it extremely difficult to handle these large crowds at the moment. But administrations are going to have to decide, do you want to reduce everything to a public spectacle, or do you want to put safety first? I think if you put safety first, you will do the celebrations only after all bases are covered. Otherwise, what we've seen in Bengaluru could happen in any other part of the country. It is unacceptable, and you need accountability.
But Rajdeep, the fact is there's zero empathy and there is zero value for life. And that image that played right there, and I want to bring you back into this conversation, because yes, DK Shivkumar might have said we curtailed it, but I would think an image that will not age well will be that image which we will just play of DK Shivkumar there standing alongside the RCB holding the cup. Let's play that image, holding the cup which the RCB had won, and knowing very well, Rajdeep, that there was a stampede that had taken place and there were people already dead.
His claim is that he did not know at that moment about the deaths. He claims that all they knew is that there was some crowd trouble. Either way, those images, you're absolutely right, will haunt DK Shivkumar, will haunt the Karnataka government, that outside the stadium, when there is a stampede and people are dying inside, you've got the minister in charge of Bengaluru celebrating along with the team. Look, no one grudges celebrations, but celebrations, if they are a public spectacle, demand public safety. What we've seen, Preeti, in Bengaluru is a public spectacle without the necessary public safety. I mean, if you've got these temporary slabs outside a stadium with these large crowds coming in to gather a glimpse of the cricketers, the police outnumbered, it's been a major catastrophe, major negligence. And negligence demands accountability to be fixed. As you say, human life in this country comes too cheap, Preeti. That is the real tragedy.
I want to bring in Bhaskar Rao, spokesperson, Karnataka BJP, but somebody who's also been at the helm of affairs where policing in Bengaluru is concerned. But Rajdeep, you need to go. I want to ask you a quick question today. Who is accountable? It's not just the Karnataka government. It's the Karnataka government, it's the IPL, it's the franchise, it's everyone has equal blood on their hands today.
Look, as we just saw, BCCI is passing the buck. Everyone will now pass the buck. Everyone wants to celebrate, but no one will actually take accountability. My belief is eventually it will come down to the police. This was to a law and order. is the local police and the Karnataka government. The Karnataka Congress government cannot escape responsibility. But if we convert this typically into BJP versus Congress, it's going to get us nowhere. As we've seen, we saw it with the BJP government
Should
in
the
Uttar
franchise
Pradesh.
have cancelled the event once they knew that an event like that had taken place?
Once, if the franchise knew that people had died in a stampede, of course you've got to cancel it. If the Karnataka government knew that people had died in the stampede, you have to cancel the event. I mean, what is more important, your photo op with the players or the lives of these lives of innocent Kannadigas? I mean, that is, that's what I say. We cannot put public spectacles above public safety. I think that is the message loud and clear, whether it is today in Karnataka or any other part of the country. You'll catch some small-time police officer and put all the blame on him. This must, in a way, be a lesson, I think, in general, for systems to be put in place across this country. Otherwise, incidents like this will keep recurring, and tragically, we won't learn the lessons.
Thank you, Rajdeep, for joining us. The fact is, viewers, did the Karnataka government know? Did the franchise know? Well, they might say they didn't, but they knew. And I'll tell you why they knew. Because 25 minutes after 7 were confirmed dead, 7 were already confirmed dead till then. Till then, the show kept going on as it was supposed to be. Should they have allowed it to have happened? Absolutely not. Because who was this entire felicitation, celebration ceremony for? More than the players, it was for the fans who value RCB. And today, 7 fans were dead, but the show went on, practically stating how cheap life is in this country.
ஓரளவுக்கு நான் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுற இந்தியன் ஜேர்னலிஸ்டில் ராஜீவ் சார் சிவபிரீத்தி அவர்களும் இருக்காங்க. இன்னும் இஷ்யூ என்னவோ ரெஸ்பெக்டிவ் ஆஃப் பாலிட்டிக்ஸ் கரெக்டாக பிரச்சனை என்னங்கிறத ரைஸ் பண்ணி சொல்கிறாங்க. Seriously, are these guys won a war against Pakistan, saved many lives by risking their lives? What did they actually achieve? Just a game of ball and bat. None of us remember the names of our army heroes who died during wars to safeguard us, but we are here leaving our family in deep pain and agony for someone who has done nothing worth all this. Please be careful when you step out of your home and make sure you get back to your home safely, as your mom, dad, sisters and brothers, wife or husband, children will be waiting for you. No cricketer or anyone can compensate your loss for your family. Such a heart-wrenching news to hear. I hope people educate themselves from this and refrain from victimizing their families. Sensible comment. People, please stop going behind cricketers, celebrities, actors, politicians. Many people are becoming mad nowadays. First of all, RCB is not a government body. It does not represent Karnataka government. It has nothing to do with Karnataka and Kannadigas, except it has the word Bengaluru in it. It is owned by a liquor manufacturer for their money laundering purpose. This is what will happen when people do not understand the ground reality. It's not Kannadigas or Tamilians or UPAs or not some other states. It's indiscipline of all our Indians. We lack of decency, we lack of discipline, we lack morals. We don't have a right to blame BJP or Congress. We have to blame ourselves for Kumbh Mela incident or for Delhi incident, and now we have to take accountability for ourselves. Is it not enough to stick your celebration to yourself and family? Do we really have to come out for a bike rally? Responsible people make responsible families, and irresponsible families make a responsible country. That's only an answer for this kind of incidents. Partially okay, but not entirely. I don't agree with that point. Allu Arjun was arrested for the Stampede. Who will be arrested now? Players' worship should be stopped. What was the need to have it so soon? Why can't the celebration be scheduled after making all the arrangements so ensure the safety and security was 100%? Is media responsible for hype created about IPL? Why state government, CM and deputy CM participated? RCB is not a Karnataka state tomorrow. It is after all a local tournament. People don't go about their own lives. The moment you see a huge crowd, you don't rush in trying to get into the thick of it. You go home and watch it all on TV. Are we flies who can't resist flying into a bright fire even if it going to burn us to death? We have huge brains, don't we? I live in Bengaluru and travel by very same roads every day. Today I avoided those roads and came home safely only to see the deaths of the TV. Where is the common sense? No point blaming the authorities for every single thing. It's our lives after all. You don't understand the danger. Who else is supposed to? Sensible. It's a failure on part of the public who went on a rampage causing a stampede-like situation. I was there and saw it first, and as police volunteer, we have failed as a society. Shame on us. We don't know how to behave in public. Innocent lives lost. True. Where are so-called pro-Kannadigas? Sadly, people are dead and Rajdeep is busy shielding the CM. Inappropriate. Hey, அவன் எங்கடா ஷீல்டு பண்ணா? RGP is asking for accountability. The same CM and other state leaders were shouting and blaming UP government's administration for Stampede at Kumbh. It happened where there were 5 crore people at the venue. UP suffered 2 Stampede and Yogi said that the opposition is anti-Hindu. Did you ask for accountability when Gujarat bridge collapsed? Why are you playing politics? People responded to behave appropriately. There has to be high-level inquiry. Death of innocent can't be brushed aside. Responsibility must be fixed. For failures, punishment must follow. What was the hurry to hold the event before your side? 2-3 days later could have been easier. For a crowd of say nearly 5 lakh, how can police force of 50,000 sufficient and with no time or for preparation? From Michelle, it's clear casualty could have been much higher, including police. Yeah, sack incompetent home minister or order judicial inquiry. Ask RCB cricket board announced generous compensation for the death and injured. Render apology by CM and cricket board promising more care next time. Jai Hind. Everyone should learn self-discipline. I don't know why people became that crazy. They should have think about their family. Nowadays, people are becoming harsh and ruthless. Government failed. A very sad and heart-melting scenes. RCB owner organizer Kohli should take responsibility to this horrific incident. If they can't take the glory, why can't they take the responsibility? Excessive enthusiasm causes tragedy. People should act more mature in future. I agree, kind of agree. So sad, so sad. I know it's இது கொஞ்சம் இவ்வளோ நியூஸ் பார்க்க கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமாக இருக்கும். It's very hard hitting, true, but it happened. Yeah, it happened. So that's it from my end. இத்துடன் இந்த வீடியோ முடித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். ஹோப்ஃபுல்லி இன்னொரு நல்ல வீடியோ இருந்தால் அதில் உங்களால் சந்திக்கிறேன். Bye. See you all. Peace out.